Welcome to BUS204 Business Statistics. I'm your professor, Dr. Annie No, and in this video, I'll be going over some of the course basics as well as a tour of Canvas. So here we are on our homepage, and you'll notice I've got at the top here some quick links as well as instructions on how to navigate Canvas. Here are my student hours, which can be met in person in OC 4810, or we can meet via Zoom. These are the dates and times in which I'm offering student hours, but you can also schedule by appointment just by emailing me. I also have a link to the STEM Learning Center, which is a great resource to help you out when you're working on homework. Then there are the links to the required textbook for our class project, and the glossary of statistic symbols that we'll be using throughout the course. On the left here is the navigation pane. At the start of each week, I send out an announcement that lets you know what to expect for the week, and those will appear up towards the top here. But you can always click on the announcements link right here, and it will display all of the announcements of our course. I'll take you through our syllabus in just a moment. Note that our course is structured using modules, so you can see the modules for our course by clicking on this link here. Here's the Access Pearson link. This will get you to our homework system that we use for our class. So when you're ready to register for that, you can click on this link here. Another way to navigate to our course, aside from the modules link here, is towards the very bottom. I do have module quick links, so if you know what chapter or week you're trying to get to, you can just click on that. Now, I don't open up all the modules right away. I open a few at a time. Here's the welcome video that you're watching right now and my email address if you need to send me a quick question. Now, since this is the first time you're visiting the class, you're going to go to the Let's Begin button here and click on that to go through the course orientation and resources module. Before we do that, let's go ahead and take a quick look at our syllabus here. No, I do have the PDF version here if you just want to get straight to it, but I will go ahead and walk you through the syllabus in Canvas. On the syllabus page, you'll see a brief intro of the course, my contact information, and student hours. Email is the fastest way to reach me. Make sure to put your full name and BUS204 in there. If you have questions about homework through the MyLab Statistics assignment, please use the Ask My Instructor link under the Help menu in the system. And then here I've got the PDF of the syllabus that you can click and download and read carefully. Again, I've got course description and the details. This is a fully online course. You can read through the student learning outcome and the course objectives. And what I find really useful on this page is that the course summary lists all of the assignments and when they are due throughout the semester. So if you want to get a feel for when things are due, you can definitely take a look at here. And I believe you can also access assignments using these links here. Please note that as a 3-unit course, you are expected to invest approximately 9 hours per week for this class. That includes reading, watching videos, doing homework and quizzes, working on the project. So let's go back to the home page. Another tip is to use the calendar and to-do sections of Canvas so you know when stuff is due. Over here on the left is where you can check out the calendar and make sure to turn it on for our class. And then over here on the right is the to-do list, so you can see all of the assignments and when they're due for like that week. So I'll go ahead and click on the Let's Begin. So here's the first page of the course orientation and resources module. You'll want to carefully read through each page in this module and just click next to make sure you get through all the content. Now, I'm not going to walk you through every single page because you can do that on your own, but rather I'm going to go ahead and take you to the modules here and then show you a high-level overview of how everything is organized. So we were just on the welcome page of the course orientation and resources module. And again, as you go through this module, just click next and it will take you through these various pages. The content covers things like more information about me, weekly expectations, the textbook, the technology we need in this class, some tips and support and advice that can help you succeed in this class, as well as some time management tools and strategies for managing procrastination. I also have extra credit opportunities in this class, so you can see that in that module as well. Let me go ahead and minimize this so that I don't have to scroll as much. This little triangle will allow you to open or close a module, so I'll just minimize that. You'll see that the next couple of modules are related to the class project or the Airbnb research project. This is for quick access if you just want to get to something, But generally, all of the project content will be embedded in the various weekly modules. So you don't have to look for stuff. Just make sure to go through that week's content. So this module has all the resources, and then this module has all the assignments. The project, I break it out into more manageable pieces throughout the semester. So you're doing little steps, and then by the end, it all goes into a presentation. I do have a module for external resources. Maybe you want some additional training or videos or content. I've got stuff on, math refreshers, Excel, statistics, a reminder of PEMDAS, which is the order of operations that you'll be using in this class. I'll go and close that. So let's go ahead and take a look at what a week of content looks like. So here is the week 1 module, and we do about 1 chapter a week. And it is organized in order of how I recommend you going through the content. So in this first week, as you're getting familiarized with the course, there's some of these initial assignments like a goals and resources survey and a syllabus quiz. But generally what you'll see every week is a chapter resources page, which has lecture videos and materials in it. And I'll walk you through that in a moment. You'll also do a reading quiz every week. You get 2 tries, highest score gets saved. There is a homework assignment done through My Lab Statistics. And then at the end of each week, you'll also see this discussion board here, which I'll talk about in just a moment. So let's go ahead and take a look at what a chapter resources page looks like. So here you can see for chapter 1, I have lecture videos, which I break out into like smaller, more manageable videos. They're about 10-15 minutes long. I do provide a PDF version of the lecture if you would like to have that on hand. Most weeks have a practice problems worksheet, which has guided notes and instructions on how to do the problems. In chapter 1, we don't have one since there's no problems to work on. It's mostly conceptual. But just kind of see the layout here. And then just down below, I've got some resources on how to, work with Excel if you need to. Let me also show you like the chapter 2 resources, which is more realistic of what you would see every week. Again, you'll see the videos. There's the practice problems worksheet that has step-by-step instructions on how to do stuff. There's usually an Excel file that you can download and you should use when following the video tutorials on how to use Excel to do our statistical analyses. And again, there's the PDF version of the lecture. So you can see I've got all kinds of videos to walk you through it. Going back, there is an introduction discussion board this first week that generally discussion boards are due on Thursdays. That will allow the class time to provide a peer response by Sunday of that week. And lastly, at the end of each weekly module, you'll see this discussion board called concept check-ins. And the way I do this is they are grouped by high-level topic. And so the first check-in discussion board covers chapters 1 through 4. So the purpose of the discussion board is to provide a space for students to ask for further clarification from me. If nothing's unclear or confusing, then you don't have to post. Meaning you don't have to post every week, but you do need to post at least once before the due date. And this assignment is worth 5 points for participating, either by posting a question or answering someone else's question. So what you want to do is when you're in this discussion board, before you post anything, scroll down and see what questions have already been asked and what my responses have been. Maybe your question has already been addressed. You can click like to just like confirm like, oh, I found it. However, if your question has not been posed yet, then you can go ahead and ask your question. You'll notice there's already threads started for each of the chapters. So let's say you have a question on chapter 2. Just click the reply button and then just type your question, whatever it might be, and hit post reply. Alternatively, if you don't have a question about the chapters, you can ask a question about MiraCosta or about career paths in business. There are 3 discussion boards like this throughout the semester. The first one covers chapters 1 through 4. Another one captures chapters 5 through 7. And then the third one does chapters 8 through 14. So if you have a question for every single chapter, fantastic. If you only have a question on a couple of chapters, that's cool too. But I want to encourage you to ask questions. Now, please keep in mind that for this discussion board, this is not meant for homework. If you have a homework question, you need to use the Ask My Instructor link in the help menu of my lab. That sends your homework question directly to me so I can see it, and then I can respond and give you guidance. If you ask me a homework question in here, I can't see your homework, so I can't help you. So please keep in mind, this is not a place for homework questions. Homework questions need to be done through my lab using Ask My Instructor. Let's go ahead and go back. I do have some of the modules already open, so if you want to get a feel for the layout or even work ahead, you can. I've got the chapter 2 open already here. Again, you'll see that there's the chapter resources, the reading quiz, and the homework, and the concept check-in discussion board. But otherwise, you'll see throughout different modules things related to the project or other check-ins that allow me to know you have everything you need to do well in this class. So if you have any questions, feel free to email me anytime. Otherwise, welcome to Business Statistics. I look forward to learning with you this semester.